the right number.
Right.
Actually, I can tell you they have not even got the right number.
Right.
Because up to now, we are still losing a lot of livestock.
As the floods continue, of course, the numbers are ballooning.
The medias are not all over, and no one can report that.
Right.
It's raining all over. Like I can tell you, last night it was raining in Narok. I told you we lost 2 rangers.
Right.
In Masai Mara Game Reserve. We lost some land cruisers, and the animals, both wildlife and
domestic animals.
Yeah, actually get lost. And
right.
even human beings, they can get lost, but no one can report it because, you know, Masai's pastoralists, we don't have time to go and say, oh, someone have got lost.
Most of the time, these statistics are compromised by the unwillingness of a lot of communities because people are just trying to survive. They do not have the time to give you the numbers. But could you just give us a rough estimate of what exactly is happening since you're there and you're here with us tonight?
Yeah, definitely I can tell you I've lost a lot of livestock. Just because, and even we have lost a lot of businesses, because you see we are pastoralists, we sell milk, we sell meat, we don't have roads.
Right.
So you find where we go for grazing, when it rains, cows don't go home. So wildlife also get into the cows, lions and hyenas, they eat the cows.
Right.
So I can tell you it's a lot of, it cannot be 3,500 actually, can be even 5,000.
Right.
To me.
Right.
So I can tell you, and it is still going on. It is going on actually. And this is the time we are saying we are happy because as pastoralists, it is raining, cows will get good health.
Right.
But we are facing a lot of problems because of we are losing a lot of lives because of rains.
Right.
They get washed, and sometimes they get lost at night also when it is not when it's raining. The guys who are grazing the cows, they also go and try to shade.
Right.
At that moment, they cannot get where the cows have gone. So most of the herders actually they have lost a lot of cows.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. And of course, as we even look into that, the numbers could be changing. Of course, now where rainfall is above 50 millimeters, in 24 hours. There is an advisory from the Red Cross that if the water is beyond 6 inches, you do face the possibility of being, swept by the floods. Victor, I'll come to you now. Over 100 businesses have been affected. This number could be even more, as I've said before. How exactly is this impacting the economy of the country?
I think for you to be able to measure the real impact is looking at the different sectors that are affected by rains. So Kenya is largely, the economy is largely supported by agriculture. So agriculture contributes around 24% to GDP directly,
right.
And another 20%, so it's around 40% of Kenya's GDP relying on rainfall. And you always see a correlation between GDP growth and rain. So whenever we have droughts, you always see the economic activities tanking because agriculture, of course, contributes directly to GDP, but also is very much interlinked with manufacturing. A lot of manufacturing in Kenya is agro-processing. And of course, it has also an implication on cost of living because of the availability of food.
Right.
So good rain is good, but also excess rain becomes
right. Too much of anything is
poison. becomes a challenge.
Right.
So you can see, and I was talking to, I was in a forum in the morning, and I was talking to some farmers, and they were like, we planted vegetables,
right.
and the entire farm of 10 acres is completely flooded.
Right.
So it means that they are going to lose that crop. So from that level, we know that it's going to have an implication on agriculture. The second bit, I think, as I said in my opening statement, is on small businesses. 75% of our businesses are in wholesale retail. And they rely on, and of course, a majority are in Nairobi. And Nairobi contributes 24% to national GDP. So it means that if we have a majority of small businesses located within the capital city, who rely on walk-in customers to to their businesses. And with floods, they cannot be able to make sales, they can't go to work. It means that they're going to get an impact. So if you combine those two in terms of agriculture and SMEs, we expect some significant impact or negative impact on the day-to-day or even the income levels of our small businesses. Right. And I think that is something that should worry us. And like I said, is leadership should be able to anticipate, even if it's a natural disaster. Is we need to be able to get leadership and direction in terms of how do we mitigate and support our entrepreneurs, our residents, even in the situation that we are in. We already have budget. So all counties have a disaster management sector. Right. National government has a coordinating agency that manages disaster. They've not given a statement yet. Right. We've not received any statement in terms of action based on their ground intelligence in terms of this is the impact that we are seeing based on the couple of weeks we've seen. This is what we are doing. These are the challenges we are facing. It could be resources. That is agreeable. But we have Red Cross. We have different partners. Can you be able to coordinate all these people for us to be able to see significant action in terms of just being able to backstop our small businesses?
All right. And on that note, let's get the sentiments of the leaders that you have just